every one of you to pressure Congress to get a real human health care bill with sustainable, common sense laws that will guarantee health care for every human being in America. And also, I want you, the people, to work on getting legislation to get price controls for veterinarian care and maybe some kind of programs. To do all that, you need to go to www.senate.gov. You need to go to www.house.gov. I say that on almost all my shows for almost every topic. And you probably wonder, what can you really do? Well, I've, in my life, online and otherwise, I've signed at least 2,000 or more petitions. And I'd say at least 30% of those petitions end up becoming things that Congress act on. So if you go to www.senate.gov, if you go to www.house.gov and you find out who your senators are and your representatives are, and you email them, you call them, you fax them, you send them real mail, I promise you they will listen. And then you know what? You'll end up getting letters from them telling you their position. It's we the people who own this country. It's we the people who govern this country. And it's we the people that deserve true healthcare reform. And it's also our animals who deserve dignity and access to healthcare. Because as I said earlier, if it were not for the animals, pacemakers would never have been put in a human being. Heart transplants never would have happened. Lung, you name it. All of it originated on an animal. Don't we owe them the same respect and dedication in life that they've given to us?
Yes, we do.
Now, I would like you to say some words about Misty.
Misty is an adorable cat, and she's really sweet. And like Al said, loyal and loving. And she's going to be missed just like the rest of our pets that had to pass away. And she happens to be the mother of Lucky Star, who died a couple of years in 2007. And now she's the mother of Miracle, who is with us and who we hope to be with us for a good long time. We're going to be bringing Miracle in soon.
Well, they won't see Miracle probably, but at any rate, I'm getting ready to close down. There's something I want to say. You know, I'm sure you hear Misty growling if it's picking it up. Misty is a very unique cat. She can actually purr and growl at the same time. And Misty acts as if she doesn't really like to be affectionate, doesn't really like you to be around her. But that's actually a front. Yeah, cats can have a front just like players and everybody else. In other words, it's a fake, it's a fraud. Because even though she growls, she wants you to hold her. Even though she growls, she comes on the bed with you. Even though she growls, she grooms you every now and then. Even though she growls, she rubs up against you. She's rubbing up against my fingernail. You can't see it. So Misty is an amazing animal and an amazing child. And she's never going to be gone. Her body's going to be gone. She's not going to be gone. But before I go, I want to throw one other thing. It's not really part of this show, but it's important. I've often mentioned on shows that I'm 550% below the poverty level. Many of you probably are wondering, how can that be true when you're always in a suit and tie, or suit jacket and a tie, and look relatively good on your shows. I wonder how a man as poor as I am have nice clothes every time I do a show. Well, here's the secret. I use a thrift store. I wish I could tell you which one it is. It's a good one. I use a thrift store. I use clothes, or he's real cheap or whatever. Hey, that's cool. I don't care. Do you know that some of the suits I've worn, when you buy them in the store, they may be $500, $600, $700 or more? Many of you are aware of movies made in our city or wherever you live. Well, guess what the big secret is? At least 80% of the clothes that you see, even in music videos, 80% of the clothes that is in a wardrobe in a film, a television show, music video, or any entertainment, do you know where the production companies got those clothes? That's right. The thrift stores. So next time you want to make fun of someone because they're going to a Goodwill, a Salvation Army, a Red, White, and Blue store, or any thrift store, a St. Vincent de Paul, or anything around the nation, before you make fun of them, remember that most of your Hollywood stars, you know those trends that you go rushing out to see how their hair is done, or the clothes they wore in the movie? Most of those movies, they got their clothes from the thrift store. That's a little inside entertainment secret. Oh, you don't have to believe me. You can probably find it out on the internet. But it's a fact. How do I know? Well, I've been in 100 movies in my life. That's how I know. So yes, I really am 550% below the poverty line. And 99.9% of the clothes that you see, I got from a thrift store. And I'll tell you a little secret. A lot of what Annette wears came from a thrift store. That's important to tell you, and I'll tell you why it is. Not only does it show you that I'm not lying about my poverty and being impoverished, but it also tells you that it's perfectly fine to wear clothes from a thrift store. They can look as cool or even more cool than anything you're going to find at any store, and you save a lot more money. And by the way, this shirt, yesterday I bought it for $1.99. Actually, that's not true. I bought it for $1.50. It was a really big discount. I got this shirt, which by the way is a name brand. I believe it's a Tall Me something. Can't remember the name. It's Tall Me something. $1.50. You can tell me this shirt don't look good? Now I know I'm not sitting the best perfect way, but does this shirt look good to you?
Yeah.
Would you wear it?
If I was a man.
And if you were a man, you'd wear it, right?
Yeah.
So the point is, I'm not lying about my poverty, being impoverished. And the next time you see me in a suit, you'll know it came from a thrift store. I really wish I could tell you where. But then again, if I told you where it was, you may end up buying the clothes, and then I wouldn't have any clothes to get. I'm only kidding. They have a lot of clothes. But seriously though, it's okay to wear clothes from a thrift store. In fact, it's kind of the in thing to do.
Nobody knows the difference.
Say it again?
Nobody knows the difference.
In closing about animals. We who love animals are not extravagant. We are not eccentric. We are not insane. We are not weird. We are people who care about life, love, compassion, animals, the environment, and of course humanity. And I love my cats. And I loved my dog that died like 10 years ago. So you can make fun of me if you want. But I would never change. And you can expect Misty's name to be on the credits